Welcome into Rattler Up Network, the exclusive home of the Rattler Nation on YouTube. And we are excited to continue here in day 2 of the Rattler Holiday Classic. I'm CJ Odom, and joined alongside me is Creek Innes. And Creek, you have been picking up the mountain share of the work. You've called at least 100 games today. I think he's been our sole broadcast voice on all our non-Rattler games today. Creek, how has your day of basketball broadcasting been?
Yeah, it's been nonstop, but I've really enjoyed it. I got to get a real sense of what it's going to be like from going on here out, and it was awesome. I got to learn a whole bunch. I had a great cast working with me. I got to learn a whole bunch about these teams that we're about to watch. So I'm super excited.
Well, I'm excited to have that knowledge here at the booth next to us. So this is a production of the CTE Digital Communications Program. We've got Merritt Todd in the seat as our director, our student director, and we are ready to go as the San Marcos Rattlers take on the Calallen Wildcats. And we are underway in the first. So tell us a little bit about what you found out from Calallen early in the season as a bucket goes down to get us started here for the Rattlers.
Yeah, so Calallen, I don't believe they've won a game that I've watched yet here in the tournament. But what I've seen from them, they have a strong scorer in Sam Sakeva, and they have a great shooter in Peyton Teno and Dylan Aquino.
Well, they're 5-3 on the season. You're right, 2 losses in the tournament, but to a couple of tough teams in Hutto and Brazoswood. So they've got a winning record on the season. They've done a good job so far coming in. It's so early in the season. We've talked on other broadcasts about how as that is up, and we're going to get the foul there. And they're going to actually get the charge. So a charge on Cameron Bundage, and the ball go back over to Calallen.
Yeah.
But at this point in the season, as we've heard, you know, this is where you're really kind of feeling out your team, figuring out who you've got, where they are. And so it's hard. Yeah, I think any kind of record isn't really worth much this point in the season, right, as the teams are feeling themselves out.
Yeah, for sure. When you're in the beginning of the season like this, you're still figuring your team out, what you got, what you can do. So the record isn't as much as it would be later in the season.
All right, so Calallen moving the ball around the perimeter here. Back over to Fort Trevino in the corner.
Yeah, Fort Trevino, been playing point guard for them all tournament long. You hear his name a lot.
Found himself a spot in the lane, couldn't get it to fall, fighting for the rebound, gets his own board, but it's tucked away. Jeremiah Josiah comes up with it, and Rattlers will drive down the court. Goes to find him in the lane, missed it, but look at the hustle.
Yeah, that was Sam Zakeva with the deflection in the lane.
Yeah, Peter Aguilar stayed with it, but unfortunately goes back out of bounds, and Calallen will take possession. So Calallen, like we said, with Hutto and Brazoswood, they had a game earlier today against Medina Valley. They will finish this tournament tomorrow against Hendrickson. So this is game 4 for the Wildcats in this tournament.
That's Dylan Aquino at the top. Going to Sam Sakeva.
All right, they were trying to get their offense down in the lane. Couldn't find someone open, so they're resetting. Now they're moving. Kick out, 3-point shot attempt, and is good. Fort Trevino, 5'7" senior point guard, puts that one through and gives Calallen the early lead.
Yeah, that was a good pass there to find Trevino wide open in the corner.
All right, Rattlers with a chance to run that offense, drives the lane. Look at that. No call there. Yeah, Peter Aguilar just about put it through. Calallen player hit the ground, no call, so they're going to let him continue to play. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first. Early 3-2 lead for Calallen. Again, setting those screens, they look much more content to dribble into the lane. Another three-pointer. This one misses.
Yeah, that's another wide open 3 in that same corner, same guy.
So far in this game, and is this something you saw in others? They're dribble penetrating, but then looking for that kick out. Is that a consistent piece of the Calallen game?
Not as much from seeing from the rest of the tournament, but they're certainly making their money's worth this game. That is Sam Sakeva there at the line. Sam Sakeva, a senior guard, 6'3". On the season coming into the tournament, he averages 21.3 points a game, leads the team in scoring and rebounding and blocks.
Yeah, so definitely the offensive key there for the Wildcats. As he misses that first free throw, he'll have a second chance here. All right, shot is up and good. Calallen goes up 4-2.
Yeah, Sakeva's definitely been their first option throughout this tournament.
So Calallen just a soft press, not even really a full press at all. And that's something we saw in the game yesterday. The Rattlers had a hard time with the press being put against them by Hendrickson as the foul's called on the floor.
And it's going to be called on Peyton Teno for the backside reach.
But yeah, that full court press last game, the 7 o'clock game yesterday, really caused a lot of trouble for the Rattlers. And it's interesting to see them now get an opportunity to just kind of run their set offense. And again, in tournament play, you really see what you've got. So this will be a good test for them here against the Wildcats.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, dribble back out to the top of the key. Sets the pick. Mundred tries to take advantage, gets it blocked. And Calallen takes back over. So the Rattlers yesterday with a come-from-behind victory against Brazoswood, 54-50, before taking on Hendrickson at the 7 o'clock game and dropping that one 63-49. So game 3 for the Rattlers in the Rattler Holiday Classic. Down 6-2 early, 4.5 to go, almost midway through the first. Baseline three-pointer up and good.
Hey, that's Peter Aguilar.
There it is. So or actually, yeah, they did give it three-pointer. I thought they were only going 2. I did see the hands go up. So 6'5", Calallen. Dribbles to the baseline, kicks out, and there's their score, their main score, missing that three-pointer.
Yeah, it's the
and the
same
Rattlers get it back.
baseline drive that they keep hitting in that corner.
Well, and it shows the scouting that's already happened, especially in a tournament condition. These six teams are watching
Deep
each other.
three.
Oh, that one just misses. Calallen almost with the rebound. Rattlers fighting back for it. Calallen comes up with it. But these 6 teams have scouted each other and looked at each other throughout all these 2, and now we'll go into day 3 of play. So something about the Rattlers told the Wildcats this is what they want to kind of switch up their plan on offense from things that you'd seen in other games for sure.
For sure. That's Jordan Bernal with
Another
a huge
deep three. That one misses in a Wildcat rebound.
Yeah, we keep shooting all the way back from Calallen.
All right, Dylan Aquino bringing the ball up. He shoots a 3 of his own. So
Yeah, they take the
we're in
deep
a
three of their
three-point contest here early on in the first. It was going to go out of bounds. It'll be Rattler ball. So Calallen had the Hutto Hippos in their very first game yesterday of the season. That will be the Rattler opponent at 7 o'clock tonight. So two games quickly for the Rattlers today and at 7.
Yeah, make sure to tune in for that.
Another three-pointer misses, but the Rattlers get the rebound.
That's
Jordan Bernal. Dribbles at the top of the key. Sends it back out. Tyler Creighton.
That's number 5, Titan Creighton, the freshman, leading the team in scoring so far.
All right, Rattlers have had a hard time finding their way into the lane. They've been relying on that 3. It's not quite there yet. There's another opportunity. This one off the backboard. And not only a Calallen rebound, but a Calallen fast break. 2-on-1. They're not able to stop it. The bucket goes.
Yeah, that one
they extend the lead
off
8
the
to 5.
backboard.
That's going to be a San Marcos timeout to reset. So we'll reset here as well on the Rattler Up Network. Keep it here as we go to commercial break, and we'll be back. And we're back. Timeout continuing here at the Snake Pit. 2:45 left. Calallen enjoying an early 8-5 lead. And so as we'll get ready for this game to continue, Creek, what else can you tell us about the action that you saw earlier today?
Yeah, from Calallen. Another thing that I saw is Jeremiah Rodriguez, number 55, their junior big. He's 6'4", uses his size really well. He likes to settle into these mid-range shots around the free throw lines. We'll see what we can do to stop that.
All right, so we're coming back from timeout here. Again, 8-5 lead for Calallen. Rattlers inbound the ball.
That's Jordan Bernal taking it up.
All right, Rattlers set the offense. Back up to the top of the key. Again, finding a hard time getting themselves into getting any kind of penetration at all.
Yeah, they're playing a zone right there.
There's a three-point attempt, and this one falls.
And again, it's Peter Aguilar.
He's got the hot hand for the Rattlers. Ties the ball game at 8. All right, Peyton Tennell for the Wildcats looking to set the offense up. Almost throws it away. It does go off the leg of Peter Aguilar, so the Wildcats will maintain possession.
Yeah, it's good defensive hustle there by Peter.
Well, I mentioned the Rattlers having difficulty. The Wildcats have as well. I don't know if it's a play call to kick it out underneath or if they're not liking their position underneath. They do get the shot off underneath one of the first times tonight, and they are not successful. Number 55, you just mentioned him. You called it into existence. Jeremiah Rodriguez down there low. Wildcats will inbound the ball here.
Yeah, he likes to get that shot every time he can.
And now he's setting himself up. He's up at the top of the key. while Ford Trevino whips it around to their leading scorer, Sam Skeva.
Rattlers also into a zone defense now.
The Wildcats just kind of patiently waiting to find that guy open, but that zone defense is making it hard to do. Rattlers making their switches very, very well here to cover the particular area they need to be in. You see the Wildcats now trying to get some screens to help out. They're just going to reset at the top of the key. Minute and a half to go in the first. Tie ball game here in the Snake Pit, the Rattler Holiday Classic.
Yeah, well, from what I've seen from Calallen, they're really patient. They are not afraid to reset, recontrol their offense, and take as much time as they need.
Now there you go. See Peter Aguilar once again knocking a ball out of bounds. Quick hustle on the Rattler defense. It's been a difficult possession. Rattler's got to be real proud of this possession. Like to come away with a full stop here.
That's Dylan Aquino playing primary ball handler.
He's going to go ahead and take it himself. I think his foot was across the line. It won't matter as it doesn't go. But we're going to get an over the back here, it looks like, from Peyton Tennell and give the Rattlers the ball. So that is a wonderful defensive stand there. The ball, they passed the ball around quite a bit, never could find a shot they liked, kind of had to settle for one they didn't like. Rattlers get the stop, and they'll bring the ball up the court, tied at 8 with a minute to go in the first. All right, we get the three-pointer opportunity. Not there. Although it goes out of bounds on Calallen, so the Rattlers are going to get another chance here.
Yeah, a little friendly fire there between the two Wildcats. Jordan Bernal passing it in for the San Marcos Rattlers. Finds Peter.
Peter gets his own rebound. He's going to go back up, and he's going to get fouled.
That's Sam Sakeva picking up the foul.
Crashing those offensive boards was huge for Aguilar. 47 rebounds on the season coming into tonight's game. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And Peter Aguilar here now at the line.
First one's good.
As we mentioned in our last broadcast, Peter Aguilar plans on going to Texas State. He has his favorite teams that include Cowboys, the Warriors, and Duke Blue Devils. And Peter Aguilar would like to shout out his mom.
All right, shout out to Pete's mom. Thanks for supporting him. All right, free throw up and good as well. Rattlers take a 2-point lead. Wildcats moving along here.
And Rattlers' first lead.
Once again, Dylan Aquino at the top of the key. It's 5'11" junior point guard. Looking to set that Wildcat offense up.
Aquino not afraid to shoot anything.
Well, the Rattlers double teaming at the top here. And once again, the Wildcats having a very difficult time getting any motion in. Knocks it away.
Clock winding down. They've bled a whole lot of this
running
minute.
out of time to get a play here. They got the ball with a minute to go. Didn't think it would be a final possession. Rattlers tip it away and get it back. They've got 3-on-2 numbers out in front, and they're going to go ahead. Oh, I thought he was pulling it back. Goes back to the hoop and misses it.
Mid-range with 8
But the
seconds.
Rattlers hold on. They're going to get a shot here for the last shot. 6 seconds to go. Johnson kicks it back out.
Second shot, deep 3.
And it's good! At the buzzer, Elijah Valenzuela makes the shot at the buzzer, and we'll end the first quarter with the Rattlers leading 13-8. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. All right, we're back on the Rattler Up Network. An exciting first quarter here as the Rattlers take a 13-8 lead on a last-second three-pointer at the buzzer. Great way to end the first. And so the Rattlers have done a great job moving this along.
Yeah, great momentum shift there at the end, especially that huge three that can totally change the tide of this game.
All right, so a chance to talk it out, reset, and find out what the plan is for the second quarter here for the Wildcats. I think certainly, like we said, a difficulty really moving that offense along. Once the Rattlers dropped into a zone, Calallen is going to need to find an answer for that. And for the Rattlers, even though they've been hitting those threes, they're going to want to also make sure they're not giving away that inside game. And that's something they didn't have a chance to do much with in the first quarter, so they're going to want to be moving along in that way.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to need to start attacking that paint more than we have.
All right, so our Wildcats now top of the key. All right, drives the lane, kicks it back out. No shot available, so he's going to continue. Rattlers been very aggressive on defense. You like to see that. They're even fighting through those screens.
Yeah, they've been real tenacious.
And so when that's the shot that you have to take, that's exactly what you want as a defense, because that's not going to fall very often. So another stop for the Rattlers D, and they take over.
Yeah, it's a great defensive possession, just fueled with that energy.
Andre Solomon with the ball at the quarter here. Swings it along. Three-point opportunity for the Rattlers.
Get that open shot.
The board and good. Rattlers now 16-8 lead.
Yeah, that's Elijah Valenzuela again.
Hey, what do I know? If the three-pointers are hitting, hit the three-pointer, right?
I mean.
All right, Wildcats once again combating that Rattlers zone defense, covering their area. And look at this. You see it.
Yeah,
it misses
take,
there, but we talk about
defense.
number 23, Sam Sakeva there. That 6'3" senior is their leading scorer. He leads in 4 categories. At some point, he just takes over and says, I'm going to do this. And you saw that he just said, I'm going right into the lane. It didn't fall, but it's probably a good move for the Wildcats moving forward.
And there you see him again play that defense on Titan Creighton.
Well, how does a player like that, when you're leading in 4 major statistical categories, you know this is not a one-man game, you know it's a team game. So when does a player like that know, hey, I need to get my team involved, and now I need to just step up?
Yeah, when a player like that has an opportunity to do that, you got to know at a point that they're going to start focusing you. When you take over the game like that, they're going to focus you, and you got to learn where to hit your open teammates and what teammates they're leaving open.
Right. Well, right now he's out on the perimeter, allowed a three-pointer, that shot up and no good. Rattlers rebound.
That's Dylan Aquino, like I told you, not afraid to let it fly.
Certainly not. And a little better shot there, selection for the Wildcats. Still not getting in the lane, but a little cleaner shot, just didn't fall. That one up and over and is going to go out of bounds off a Calallen player, so the Rattlers will get another opportunity here.
Yeah, you saw right there. You saw Elijah pass up that three because they were biting on it to try and drive, just lost control at the end.
Hovar Johnson inbounding the ball. He's got Bundage on the outside, finds the lane, gets a block there.
That's a block by Sam Sakeva.
So Sakeva gets the block and gives the Wildcats the ball, down 16-8, 5:50 to go in the second. Wildcats working the ball around the perimeter once again. They did get a little bit better look this last time, so certainly something that they've found a little bit of an improvement at least. See Sakeva shot down to the baseline, but the Rattlers had it covered.
That's great
difficulty
defense by
handling the
Havard.
ball. And the Rattlers force another turnover. Calallen just not able to get the offense started on their half of the court, especially here in the second quarter. And the Rattlers take the ball back to their side.
Yeah, that was Havard Johnson, the freshman guard, with the impeccable defense there.
All right, Rattlers dropped baseline, but he's got a trailer and another block. And it goes out of bounds.
That's the same guy. Sam Sakeva leads the team in blocks.
He's doing it on both sides of the court here, keeping the Wildcats within 8.
They're still using that same zone defense.
All right, dribble up to the top, the reset at the top of the key. Drives in, kicks it out, and not able to handle the pass, but kicks it back to the top now. Another dribble drive off the board, and it's going to fall. Lavar Johnson gets it. That freshman gets his next points and extends the Rattler lead to 10 with 5 minutes to go in the second.
Yeah, that's Havard, only a freshman doing all that.
What an opportunity, especially we talked yesterday in yesterday's broadcast about the opportunity for people to get playing time, get the experience. And there's a chance for Johnson to show coach, hey, put me in, coach. You can trust me. And he's definitely earning that trust in this game right now.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely earning that as Sam Sakeva
nails that three-pointer. 21.3 points a game for him, like you said. And that's another 3 for him there, cutting this lead to 7 as we reach nearer the midpoint of the second period here. Rattlers versus Wildcats.
Yeah, you can't give Sam Sakeva any room because as being the star player, he'll take anything.
All right, that ball dribbled through. You got Sam 1-on-2 here. He goes ahead and takes it in, and he's
fouled by Cameron Bundage.
Yeah, Bundage went ahead and went with the foul that says, hey, I'm not about to let you get the N1. If I'm going to foul you, you are not making this shot, I promise. So smart foul from Bundage there will send Sam Sakeva to the line.
Yeah, Sam Sakeva already making his presence known.
All right. First free throw is up and good. So the Rattlers now with a 6-point lead. Several substitutions for both teams as we move into the second half of the second period. Opportunity here to cut the lead to 5. Again, Calallen not letting San Marcos run away with it. San Marcos has definitely had the time of possession battle won, and Calallen's had a hard time on their offense, but they're staying around, although that free throw misses, so we'll stay at 6. And the Rattlers push it way up the court fast.
A full court pass intercepted by Sam Sakeva again.
One of those things where you saw it open, but as soon as you chunked it, it was not there. So the Wildcats will get an opportunity. Sakeva at the top of the key, dribbles in, looking to kick it out, has no one out. He's able to find there Jeremiah Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Who dribbles in, gets the shot off, it misses.
Finding that mid-range
Sakeva gets it back and puts it in.
Sam Sakeva.
And just like that, a 10-point lead becomes a 4-point lead. So we'll see how the Rattlers respond. You see the patience here. No hurry. 4-point lead. 3.5 to go in the second.
That's Jordan Bernal with the blow-by.
He got by one of his defenders, kicks it back, open at the top of the key. Shot is up, and it's good. Elijah Valens, I'm sorry, Andre Salmon with the three-pointer there, 6-foot junior guard. So right there, we're back to 7. Calallen having a few better trips down the court, looking to capitalize on that now. Back up top of the key. He's going to go ahead and take the three-pointer, and he answers.
And they match right back.
Yeah, 3 for 3, or three-pointer matches three-pointer there. Rattlers back to just a 4-point lead. So a lot of
Ernie
from way downtown. That one misses.
Just left it short as a
2
hard
Rattlers
fall.
go down as the rebound is picked up by the Wildcats.
3 on 4.
Numbers a little bit different in this possession. Gives them a chance, but that 3 misses. Sakeva there.
No and 1, but it is a foul on the Rattlers.
All right, so Calallen will go ahead and inbound the ball as the school day has ended. And here at San Marcos High School, kids getting a chance to check out Rattler basketball all day yesterday, all day today. Chance to come back tomorrow. 3 days of the Holiday Rattler Classic. An exciting time, of course, for San Marcos High School and for this basketball program. Now, we had thought the foul was, actually, as we switch here, Rattlers take possession.
Oh, yeah. Rattlers have it now. I don't know what the call was then.
All right, so Rattlers bring it up, leading 21-17. We're in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Again, the Rattlers being very, very patient, doing a good job moving the ball around, not forcing shots. Ernie's going to have it with nobody near him. He went ahead and took it. Now, a lot of times that shot might look like a forced shot, but that's a shot Ernie has proven time and time again he can hit. There was nobody within 5 feet. Let's take the shot. It didn't fall, but it is still potentially a smart shot selection by Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie knows he can hit that shot. The coaches know he can hit that shot, so that's a good shot when you see Ernie taking it.
All right, Calallen with a chance to get within 1 possession.
Yeah,
so this is going to be an important possession for them here.
Cameron Bundage picked up that foul for the push-off on last possession.
Going to dribble at the corner. Drives in the lane, kicks it out. Opportunity, 2-point shot is up and good. Oh, no, they're giving him the 3. I could have sworn his foot was on the line, but they're going to give him the 3.
I saw that too.
21-20 now.
Yeah, it was Dylan Aquino in the corner.
You can see the pressure
Ernie
as
again.
Ernie puts his up and says, I can do that too. Ernie with a 3-pointer to go up 24-20.
Yeah, just like we were saying, when it's Ernie taking it, he can make it.
Absolutely. And what a dagger for the Wildcats. They've gotten within one, and just like that, Ernie turns it tied. Cicada gets blocked in a big block.
Jeremiah.
That's the block that gets the crowd on their feet. So Calallen will reset, finding themselves down 4 with a minute to go in the first half. Sees a little bit of a lane, gets it up. He misses. Rebound Wildcats, tries to kick it out, doesn't get it.
So
the Rattlers are going to push. I was going to say 2-on-1, but the trailers for the Wildcats got there quickly.
Good pass
Although
to
finding his way
Jeremiah.
right on in, found Jeremiah Josiah, the 6'5" junior, and the Rattlers extend their lead to 6.
Yeah, being 6'5", be able to knife through the defense like that.
Now the athleticism there on both parts, seeing the open, getting the pass through traffic, and then putting the layup in. Great job by the Rattlers there. Final 25 seconds. We'll see if Calallen looks to go 2 for 1. I think they're just going to wait till they see what they've got, but Cicada wants to take it over.
Shot.
Can't do it, and it's going to go out.
It's going to be a push called on Sam Cicada, and it'll be Rattler ball.
All right, so the Wildcats are going to challenge the inbound here. They've got man coverage across the press. They want to make the Rattlers run most of that 15 off the clock if they can before they get it across. But the Rattlers get it across just fine. And he got blocked there, but the Rattlers retain. 3 seconds left. Shot is up and good.
Ernie hits the deck.
And so the shot across court misses. And with a final shot at the buzzer, so the first quarter ends with a buzzer beater, a second quarter ends with a buzzer beater, and we go to halftime with the Rattlers leading 28-20. We'll go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll stay with a live feed of the court as the halftime players go in and get that halftime locker room settled, figure out their second half adjustments, and we'll be back as halftime ends. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. And the buzzer sounds and halftime is over. We're back on the Rattler Up Network, the exclusive home for Rattler Nation. And so give us a little first half recap, Creek, of what you saw between the Wildcats and the Rattlers.
Yeah, so my little first half recap will be the Rattlers have found their home at that three-point line. They're not afraid to take any kind of shot from behind the arc, and they've been hitting them really well. And for Calallen, their offense has just ran through Sam Sakeva. Anything offensive related has been Aquino and Sakeva.
Well, they cut the lead to 1 at one point. They've actually got really close in the second quarter, but a couple of big possessions by the Rattlers toward the end of the half allowed to expand this lead 28-20. And so we'll switch sides of the court, and the Wildcats will get their chance on the broadcast end of the Snake Pit, up and in. First good start there for the Wildcats.
That's for
Number
Trevino,
1 for
the senior
Trevino.
point guard.
All right, Rattler drive, kick it out,
Bernal.
3-point shot.
And
Is
Peter
good.
Aguilar again, the senior
hot.
forward.
31-22 Rattlers. So bucket for bucket so far here in the first.
You
I mean,
gotta-
it's in the second.
You got to start thinking, will Peter ever miss?
You love when you get into that zone. I'd like to see it carry on even in the second game today as the Wildcats miss that. Rattlers get the rebound.
That's
They're gonna
Jordan
go ahead
Bernal in
and
transition.
held up there.
held
You
up
saw
at
him
the
make that
half court.
decision. He thought, do I have the numbers? And here's another shot from 3.
That
Just
one
off,
ricochets,
rebound.
but a
That one's going to
rebound.
almost go for an and one.
Yeah, I thought that went in. No.
So Jeremiah Josiah will go to the line to shoot 2. Jeremiah, 6'5" junior, 6.1 points per game on the season, 31 rebounds.
Yeah, Jeremiah also leads the team in blocks. When you look at the block distribution for the team, he leads the team in blocks by 4 times the next guy.
Yeah, he's swatting things out of the air like King Kong. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Second free throw is up and good. Extends the Rattler lead back to 10.
And we're back to the double-digit lead.
Yeah, this match is the biggest lead of the game for the Rattlers. Calallen, again, been a patient team, not giving up. They've been staying right in it, which has been impressive. They've not let it get away too far from them. And that one that's just a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
It's going to stay Calallen ball. That one touches every section of the rim and refuses to fall.
And Peyton Tindall, number 3 for Calallen, usually a shooter in every other game that I've seen. The Rattlers have done really good to just stop him from what he's been doing.
Calallen looking to stop that 10-point lead, get something going here, drives the baseline, kicks it back out, goes ahead and takes the 3, and it's good.
That's Sam Sakeva with the 3.
So the Rattlers will bring it back up the court with a 7-point lead now. 6 minutes to go.
Jordan Bernal finds a wide open man.
And it is good. Elijah Valenzuela, good from the 3-point line, and again back to 10. Rattlers are very happy with a double-digit lead, not willing to give it up here.
Yeah, Eli and Peter got the hot hand.
That quick drive was there, but it misses. Rebound by the Wildcats, and they're going to get the foul. Looks like they're going to get Peter Aguilar for that one and send their top shooter, Sam Sakeva, to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, we've had a lot of opportunities to see Sam Sakeva in this game. And I think one of the biggest things that we've seen is that he is able to attack on all 3 levels of the floor. You've seen him make threes, get to the basket, and even settle into those mid-range shots as he knocks down the first free throw.
All right, so the first one's good. Cuts the lead to 9. And again, we mentioned earlier, Calallen playing their second game of the day, their 4th of the tournament. They'll have one more game to play on Saturday. And the Rattlers in their 3rd game, they'll play here and then coming right back at 7 o'clock tonight to take on Hutto. Rattlers will wrap it up tomorrow afternoon against Hendrickson.
Good move by Jordan
finds
Bernal.
a man right there underneath, waits for it, gets swatted away, but it'll go out of bounds on the Wildcats, so the Rattlers will get the chance. Boy, Peter Aguilar had that there, but quick defense by the Wildcats allowed them to save that from going in.
Ooh, thought about it.
He pulled up to shoot, thought better of it, moved it along. Rattlers want to find a little bit higher quality shot, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
And there it
Wide
is.
open from the 3-point arc. That one misses.
Just left it a
Aguilar
little
with the
short.
rebound. Goes back up and is fouled. So that offensive boards, man, he's all over it. 47 rebounds on the year coming into the season, into the game, which is the team lead.
Yeah, they're going to send Peter to the line. Peter, huge Cowboys fan. I got a chance to see their game last night in the close loss to the Lions.
That was not fun to watch. They don't give you a refund on your Amazon Prime just because your team loses, apparently. I called and asked. They wouldn't let me do it. First free throw is good for the Rattlers. Go up 36-27. Chance to put it back to 10 here.
And Bunda just spin to get in there.
All right, so the Rattlers stay up 9. Wildcats with an opportunity. Again, continue to knock on the door, but the time is going to start running out. They got 5 minutes to go in the third. They will need to make a press here pretty soon. You can't just stay close. You got to finish it, but you got to give it up for him so far. That one misses short. Wildcats rebound. He's going to go back up himself, gets the block.
Blocked by Jeremiah.
So Jeremiah loses it, though. Look at Sakeva throwing it off the foot.
Yeah, Sakeva full extension there to save it.
So that's going to give the Wildcats another opportunity. That's one thing that I think every team, every game we've called for these 2 days going into the third, the hustle has been there.
Oh, absolutely.
I love seeing it this early in the season when teams are just absolutely looking to prove themselves, not only to their coach, but to each other, to their teammates. As we get a little chance to take care of the floor here. Our referees, we met them at halftime. Seemed like a really great crew, one of the better state crews we've seen. Until they make a call we don't like.
Oh, yeah.
But for now, an absolutely wonderful referee crew.
Yeah, for now, these guys are good. We'll see how this game progresses.
All right, so Peyton Tinnell will be inbound the ball for the Wildcats. They find themselves down 9, 4:45 to go in the third.
Pass intercepted by his own teammate.
They weren't sure who he was going for there, but they get it in. Spreading out really wide. Nobody in the key as they look to make those opportunities happen. But the Rattlers defense able to hold on, not giving up an inch. Goes ahead and takes the long-range 3, misses. That one's up and grabs for anybody. Jordan Bernal comes up with it, sends it up the court. Touch pass.
And an almost
just
nice
comes
finish.
out, but look, gets his own
Bondage,
board.
using his physicality
Boy,
to
they're
grab
letting
the
them play
board.
tonight. And the ball's going to stay with the Rattlers. So a couple of clean blocks on both ends of the court.
Yeah, Cam Bundage used his physicality there to get that rebound.
All right, well, we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So with 4:14 to go in the third, the Rattlers lead 36-27. We'll be back here on the Rattler Up Network. We are back on the Rattler Up Network. 4:14 to go. The Rattlers enjoying a 36-27 lead. And we'll go to our opportunity here for the Rattlers to extend. Again, we keep talking about the story of the game here is Calallen keeping a game as close as they can and just not letting the Rattlers run away with it. The Rattlers have been in control seemingly from the tip, but have not been able to move past that 10-point lead.
Yeah, Sakeva seems to be the only thing keeping the Wildcat ship afloat right now.
All right, well, the Rattlers are going to be inbounding by Jordan Bernal, the 5'9" senior guard, to try to extend this here. Sends it out.
Into the backcourt.
Get some help, so they're all right.
Good screen by Titan.
Drives the lane, hits the floater off the board, doesn't get it. Cicada with the rebound. Some quickness by the Rattlers, almost get it back, but the Wildcats will control.
That's for Trevino working on Cam.
This is one place that we haven't seen the Wildcats haven't attempted much on the baseline, and they're not finding it here, but that might be a new wave of attack they try. So they're going to reset. 2 attempts kind of down that baseline, not successful. So the Rattlers' defense has just been really, really sharp in this game.
Yeah, the Rattlers have just sealed that off.
There's a chance here. Oh, and that one finds the glass and then finds the net. So the ball's going to go in, an and one, and once again, Cicada to the line with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, it's Sam Sakeva, not their tallest guy. They have multiple players taller than Sakeva as I'm looking. He looks big out there.
Yeah, he's got a commanding presence. He's all over the court. We've seen it both on offense and defense. And as a free throw just rattles out. So this lead will remain at 7. And the Rattlers send the ball up the court, finding somebody at the top. A dish
great
out.
pass. Peter thought
chooses
about
not
it.
to take the 3, instead floats it in.
Takes a layup.
Takes the high percentage layup and puts it in. 9-point lead for the Rattlers. 3 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, it got surprised when he didn't pull that up, but it seemed the smart decision in hindsight.
Wildcats again spreading wide now, collapsing in. Hoping one of those guys will find themselves open, but the Rattlers have just not given an inch. They're making the switches, and look at that. Now this could be an opportunity. As you see Bernal all over the defensive side of the court. But once again, Sakeva finds his way into the lane, cuts the lead to 7.
Aquino hit the deck on defense. Peter working on Sam Sakeva.
Yeah, that inside move was fantastic. It just didn't fall. Great follow-up, however.
Yeah, Elijah right there. Great follow-up.
40-31, 2.5 left to go in the third. Wildcats again going to try to find somebody that can crash around while they work the perimeter. Patiently waiting to find their spot. I think you're going to see the intensity and the speed and the pace kind of step up as we move closer to the fourth quarter here, as the Wildcats are going to find themselves in need again, down 9, but they've done everything they can to stay within that 10-9 point range.
Yeah, they keep giving these motions. He's giving goes.
Now he's getting into the lane, but again, that kick out is not available. Goes ahead and takes the shot. Ford Trevino there. Rebound Wildcats. That one misses. Another rebound. Offensive rebounds help the Wildcats in that possession, and they do cut it to 7.
Yeah, that's Jalen Bernard, the freshman for Calallen.
All right, Bernal up at the corner here. Ducks it down in.
They're going to call Peyton Tennell there with the reach in.
Yeah. So Rattlers will get a chance to inbound from under the basket. Several substitutions coming in for the Wildcats, including number 5, Jackson Solis, and number 35, Andrew Paul. 3-point opportunity here is good. When you're hot, you're hot. That's something a player just knows that, right? When they just feel like this is something I can hit, correct?
Yeah, when you get that hot hand, you start to feel it, and it's for sure Eli is definitely feeling right now.
So the Rattlers back to this 10-point lead. It's the biggest lead of the game. They've been here several times. This is a threshold that the Calallen Wildcats have just not been able to get through, but have also kept the Rattlers at. But again, as we move into the fourth quarter, you've got to close that gap. 10 points is just too much in one quarter, especially in a no-shot clock league.
Yeah. I talked about that earlier today on my own, about the shot clock rule that we talked about. Yeah, just implementing some kind of rule, because I think there was a possession in one of my games that went on for like 2.5 minutes.
Right. I would be eager to hear. It's difficult since you and I seem to be in agreement. We'd like to see some kind of shot clock. I would like to hear from the side that says, here's the reason why we don't.
Yeah, why we don't.
Certainly there is a reason why there's no shot clock, but it seems like there is a big want for it. And I'm sure that that's something that gets debated at coaches' conventions every year. Maybe when we get Dan Miller on the show later on, we can talk to him about his thoughts on the shot clock.
Yeah.
So as it remains 1 minute to go in the third, Rattlers up 43-34, 9-point advantage.
Jordan Bernal sizing up.
Swings it out to the wing. Finds a man down low, takes it out to the base. Finds himself a shot, passes it up.
The hot hand.
Top of the key. That one was halfway in. I think
Rim doesn't like him anymore.
No, Andre Solomon went in there and made the big save on that to keep the possession with the Rattlers. That one gets away, however. Wildcats possess, and they're going to come back and reset. 28 seconds. Probably looking to go final possession here. They're going to set up with 20 to go and see what they can get going on offense. Drives the lane, but they're going to get a reach.
Yeah.
They'll get Peter Aguilar on that one. So 13 seconds to go.
Substitutions being made by the Rattlers.
So an opportunity here for the Calallen Wildcats. Find themselves down 9 points. If you can get the bucket here, make it 7. I feel like that's something you feel a lot more comfortable with going into the fourth quarter. But that ball flicks off the hand of a Wildcat, number 13.
Yeah, that's
Adriel
Cantu.
Cantu. And so the Rattlers instead get a chance to take a 9-point lead and turn it into more. So we were talking about cutting it to 7. Instead, the Rattlers have a chance now to make it 11, which would be their largest lead of the game with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, we've seen 2 buzzer beaters. Will we get a third?
Spin move by Bernal. Dishes it out. If
Here
we
it
get it,
is.
it's coming right here. Off the ring,
just
not
off.
quite there. So the third quarter ends, and it's a 9-point ball game. The Rattlers lead the Wildcats 43-34. We'll be back for fourth quarter action. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. We are back. Going into the fourth quarter, we continue to bring you live coverage of the Rattler Holiday Classic. This basketball tournament going across 3 days, 5 basketball games for each team in 3 days, and a chance to bring it to you here on the Rattler Up Network. This is an exclusive presentation of the CTE Digital Communications Program, and we thank the students that make that happen. For today's game, Creek Ennis broadcasting his 17th game in a row or 29th game in a row. I don't know. You've been talking all day.
Yeah, I've been talking all day. It's been awesome.
And of course, once again, we have Merritt Todd at the producer's seat, making all the things happen behind the scenes. We've got JQ and Mason running cameras. So again, a student-led production. It is so wonderful to see, and we're ready for fourth quarter action. So what would you say? You've seen Calallen in some other games, Creek. You've seen them in 3 quarters of action here against the Rattlers. It's a 9-point deficit. It's certainly not something they can't do, but what will the Wildcats have to do if they're going to get back in this game in the fourth?
Yeah, the Wildcats, I think they're going to have to include more players on their team. They can't run through everything through Sakeva.
Yeah, it has been. He's we talked about it earlier, right? He's a good enough quality player. He knows he wants to get the team involved, but if it's not happening for them, he also knows when he's got to take over, and it's a fine balance when you're leading a team. So they get the stop here and an opportunity to come up the floor. They get the screen. They get a wide open shot on the 3-point line. That one misses, and it's pulled down by the Rattlers. Jeremiah Josiah gets to Andre Solomon and brings it up the court for the Rattlers.
Jordan Bernal.
Tried to find somebody at the top. Not quite there.
Loses
Trouble in
dribble.
the key.
They get a timeout
They get the
call.
timeout to save the possession. So a quick timeout here in the fourth. We'll go ahead and stay with it. So as you mentioned, yeah, somebody needing to kind of step in and help him out a little bit. They've had a lot of trouble with that Rattler defense. It's been keeping people from getting open. We saw it in the first quarter. They were having success driving the lane and getting it kicked out to a pretty wide open shot. But unfortunately for the Wildcats, those shots weren't falling.
Yeah.
And then by that time, the Rattlers made the adjustments, and they're just not finding that clean shot on the offense from about mid-second quarter on.
Yeah, you're right. And another thing that I'd like to point out is this junior duo, Dylan Aquino and Peyton Teno. In the other games that I've seen, they've also made huge plays and stepped up. And I think if the Wildcats want a chance to come back in this one, they need to include those two.
Yeah, get those guards in there to help Sakeva spread the ball around. I think the Rattlers have kind of known, hey, let's just lean on number 23. Let's keep him from getting a clean shot. That 3-point shot he had from the baseline in that last possession was one of the cleanest looks he's had in the second half. So the Rattlers will possess the ball, inbound throw here. They get it across, right back over, and they can take their time. Deep 3-pointer. That one misses, but it's a long bounce back out to Ernie.
That's Jordan Bernal. He really has a whole bunch
Jordan,
of
yeah.
hustle.
So Bernal drives it in, kicks it back out. Cameron Bundy's now at the ball at the top. Goes for the drive. It doesn't need some help there. They're going to go ahead and get him on the walk.
They didn't give him a travel there.
He was tied up.
Yeah, they looked
had
like they
nowhere
were
to
grabbing
go.
the ball.
So now the Wildcats will bring the ball up. Down 9.
Speaking of walks.
Ford Trevino for the Wildcats, leading the offense. You do have, like you mentioned, a couple of different players in, a little different lineup for the Wildcats, seeing what they can find that'll make it happen. You see that they get it, a little baseline action, and it's good.
Yeah, it's number 35, recently brought up from the JV squad.
So Andrew Paul makes it happen, and this may be the switch they need. That's one of the first times that the Wildcats have been able to get the ball down into the under the basket and get something successful. So that may be something they go back to. But now the Rattlers content to move at a patient pace. Andre
right
Solomon
there.
drives the lane, finds a spot, puts it up with the right hand, but misses. Wildcats get the rebound, now a 7-point lead, and this could be a huge potential for them. They can cut it to 5 here.
He takes the charge. Cam Bundage.
There he is, making sure that Sam could not get to the basket.
Yeah, you could tell he absorbed that contact well.
He was planted and ready to go, so a huge block there. Because again, that's a momentum shift. They come down and get the stop. They make, if Sam Cicave is able to get in there and make that shot, get him within 5, all the momentum heads to the Wildcats. But instead now it stays a 7-point game with 6 to go.
Yeah, it could have been a whole flow change of tides there.
Bundage now at the wing. Kind of sets to shoot, making the defender kind of think about it. Ball gets tapped out of bounds, and we'll reset for the Rattlers.
That's Peyton Tino there with the deflection. Peter Aguilar to pass in.
He finds Jordan Bernal. Now Jordan gets it taken away from him, so they got a 2-on-2 here with a trailer. That ball up and not quite in. Some of those, sometimes there's just shots that you got to believe are going to go. And boy, the Wildcats have had a hard time with some shots that you thought were going to go.
Yeah.
They're going to be cursing the Snake Pit's rims after this game for sure. So a 7-point game, 5.5 to go. A little bit more pressure on the inbound.
And Jordan Bernal facing that pressure well, gets it all the way down.
Yeah, Ford Trevino was right there in his face. 3-pointer,
and
good.
Mr. Hot Hand right there, Elijah.
Yeah, Valenzuela, 6-foot senior guard. He can't be stopped. 42 points on the season, averages 6 a game. And he's well past that input today in this one.
Yeah, he's got half the season total right here.
And that one's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to say Calallen retains. So once again, the Rattlers have been able to push back to their 10-point lead. We've been there several times. And so this may be a make or break for Calallen, because if you can't get this 10 out of the way now with 5 minutes to go in the game, you're just not going to be able to get it done. So another huge possession here in the fourth. Shot is up and good. Ford Trevino, the 5'7" senior, puts that one in. Huge, huge change there.
Yeah, you've been able to see Ford play the more traditional point guard, pass first.
Rattlers come back with an answer, but no. So the Wildcats get the rebound. 7 points, and they have this same opportunity they had earlier with a 7-point lead or deficit. That ball misses, but the rebound's there, and we're going to get a push on the floor. Is it? Yes.
Yes, on the floor.
Well, I thought I saw the referee make the floor sign. All right. Yes, they are.
Yeah, on the floor.
So 7-point deficit, 4:42 to go. Wildcats with an opportunity. Bringing Andrew Paul out of the game now. And substitute for Jeremiah Rodriguez, the 6'4" junior. Rattlers make some substitutions as well.
Timeout called.
All right, so who knows who will come in after this timeout. We'll go ahead and take a timeout as well and come back for the finale of this fun game, the third game of for the Rattlers on the Rattler Holiday Classic. All of that here on the Rattler Up Network. We're back on the Rattler Up Network. So as this timeout concludes, we want to once again thank all the students, JQ and Mason out on the cameras, Merritt Todd, our student producer, and alongside me here, Creek Ennis. And Creek, again, if you're just joining us or you didn't hear it earlier, so the plan for the day, we're going to broadcast all 15 games across 3 days. We're excited to do that on the Rattler Up Network. You and I would provide the commentary for Rattler games, but you got a bit of an itch that you wanted to scratch. You had a lot of fun yesterday, and so you called every game of today's tournament all by yourself until these Rattler games, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. I I got knowledge that I was able to do this all day, and that sounds super intriguing to me, because this is what I love to do, and I had so much fun doing it all day today.
Well, I think you hit upon exactly what we love here at San Marcos High School. Opportunities. Give the kids a chance to do the opportunity that they want to do. You've had a lot of fun doing it. You've learned a lot, and we're excited to have you. And we're getting feedback as we're going to call a foul. Here's the Rattlers will maintain possession. We've been getting feedback from other schools, other teams. They've all been saying you've been doing a wonderful job, so I hope you're hearing that. And I hope our staff that runs this, our student producers, our student technical directors, and camera operators are all hearing the praise that we're getting. We're really proud of you guys. Keep it up, and we've still got more action. We got another Rattler game tonight, more basketball tomorrow. Plenty to watch and learn about from this digital communications team.
Yeah, no, do not worry. There's still plenty of stuff going on.
All right, Rattlers missed a three-pointer, but get their rebound back. Top of the key now to Tim Cooper. Turns it over to Bernal, and they're going to set the offense up. He finds himself a shot at the top. Instead,
gets the open
corners
three.
open. Not quite there, but a rebound and a follow-up, the offensive board.
Yeah, Peter Aguilar there, the senior forward, with the rebound and put back.
So the Wildcats finding themselves running short on time as we click under 4 minutes to go. 48-39 Rattlers. And that urgency now is going to be there. And you see it in that possession. They go right to the boards. Misses. Big offensive rebound from Sakeva. And the foul. So he's going to shoot two. And you can see that in their presentation. They're moving the ball as quickly as they can, knowing that they are running out of chances now.
Yeah, that guy that missed right before the Sakeva pickup and foul, Peyton Tino, he's been having a rough game today. You can see his frustration on the court.
Yeah, team leader in assists and steals, a proficient scorer as well, came into the tournament with 9.7 points a game. But yeah, he's misfired on a few occasions today, and that's a tough one. That's basketball. You're gonna have good games.
Yeah.
You're gonna have bad games. Our hot hands today maybe weren't doing as well yesterday, but boy, have they come in huge. We've had some 3-point shooters today, so that's the game of basketball. But right now, the Wildcats with an important final stretch here, down 48-40. Although our scoreboard has gone out in session, so we're gonna try to keep an eye on that for you as well. Our score is here good on the clock, but there it is back.
There it is.
3:38 to go.
No worries, and we'll have Sam Sakeva still at the line with 1 shot left to go.
For the Rattlers, Ernest Lozano back in the game to finish out these final 3.5. Shot is good, so Calallen finds himself back to 7 now. They're going to need stops. Rattlers in no hurry to move this along. They know what's ahead of them, 7-point lead.
And it's going to be an illegal screen called on Titan Creighton.
Yeah, he was moving through pretty quickly there. Leading scorer for the Rattlers, trying to make something happen on offense, but instead gets the foul call, and that'll give Calallen a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Dishes it in. He's got someone underneath. The foul's called, I think it was before. Yeah, they're going to call it before. They're going to get Lozano on that. So they'll get the ball under the basket. Jeremiah Rodriguez there, you see him. They've started to dish down to him a little bit more now as they understand that outside perimeter just hasn't been working for him. It's him that drives in. It gets stripped away from him. Wildcats retain. And another foul here.
Hey, you've seen them go to Rodriguez in the previous games today way more than they have today.
Yeah, not until the fourth quarter have we seen really any possessions in the key, under the basket, trying to use that size advantage until this fourth quarter. You wonder if there was a reason why that switch didn't come a little sooner.
Mm-hmm. That's number 10, Alex Munoz.
5'10" senior for the Wildcats. Opportunity to cut the lead to 5 here. Just misses. They almost get a rebound. Referee is going to say it's off the Rattlers. So it's a 6-point lead, but they get the ball back. And we're going to get a timeout to talk about what to do. So we will go ahead and take another commercial break. And when we come back, we should be able to call it the rest of the way. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. 6-point lead for the Rattlers. You're watching the Rattler Up Network. All right, we're back. 3 minutes to go, 48-42. We've also added Liliana here to join us as our technical director at the table to make some of these camera switches. So our staff and our student staff kind of calling all sorts of games, people trying to get different positions here. Creek not laying it down here on the announce table, so we're doing a great job hearing from you. And we got a game following this one, and I know you'll want to call that one. I'll sit that one out, let you have that one, and we'll come back at 7 o'clock as the Rattlers take on the Hutto Hippos for their 4th game of the tournament.
Yeah.
But right now, this one, an exciting one. Again, the Rattlers have led this entire game, but you'd almost believe that the lead would be more than 6 at this point of the game. So you got to give a lot of credit to Calallen for keeping it close and an opportunity to make something happen in the final minutes here.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Calallen for sticking in this one.
They do go down low to Jeremiah Rodriguez, but it kind of fumbles through the hands, so he's going to go ahead and reset it.
Yeah, they're looking to take their time on these possessions, find their best shot.
They're definitely looking to get it to the big man down there, but the Rattler defense doing a great job of trapping that area and not letting him get it. He sets the pick and drives down the lane, but it takes the attention away. The basket goes.
That's going to be another timeout call.
And another timeout. So the Wildcats have cut this to 4. So we're going to stay with it. We're going to be commercial free for the final 2:44 now. So Creek, what this calls to mind is our first Rattler game yesterday. We took on Brazoswood. We spent 3.5 quarters behind, but some of the same things we're saying about the Wildcats right now, we were saying about the Rattlers in that game.
Yeah, they've had a similar story, hopefully not a similar outcome.
Absolutely.
But the same story with them just clawing back the entire game, looking to take the lead in the final minutes.
And that's exactly what the Rattlers did. They would go on to beat Brazoswood 54-50 in their opening contest of the Rattler Holiday Classic. And so hopefully not a history repeats itself situation here for Rattler fans. But Calallen has done exactly what they were supposed to do. They have not had their best game. A couple of their hot hands have not been hot, and yet they find themselves down 4 with plenty of basketball to play. 2:44 remaining in the game. So this is going to be a fun final stretch as you see the Wildcats employing a press here.
Yeah, full court press. See how the Rattlers can do to get out of this. It'll be Jordan Bernal.
Bernal does a great job of getting it out. We get it down to the baseline, dribble back to the corner, up to the top of the key, and back to Bernal.
You got to think you're utilizing this no shot clock to waste a whole bunch of time.
Dribbles it down. 3-point shot was opportunity passed up. Drives, finds himself a spot in the lane. And Peter Aguilar has been hot from down low, from out wide. He's having a great game. Rattlers extend the lead to 6 with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's been scoring from everywhere tonight.
Cicada found himself a spot. That one missed, an unfortunate miss. Jeremiah Rodriguez there, another miss. And boy, a couple of baskets that you just got to get at this point in the game.
Yeah, if you were the Calallen Wildcats, those have got to go down.
So Bernal handles the pressure, gets it back across to the Rattler side of the court, and they'll slow it down. 1:45 to go now.
And Jordan Bernal doing a great job of not turning the ball over this game.
Yeah, his ball handling skills always good, but have been especially good here and against when we watched him against Hendrickson. Hendrickson ran a full court press start to finish.
Yeah.
It was an absolutely wonderful press, and it really rattled the San Marcos team pretty badly. But the one thing you saw was Jordan Bernal handling the ball sometimes in double teams, sometimes in triple teams. And so he has been seen as a wonderful ball handler in this tournament. And you see it here against Calallen as well. So Calallen going to go ahead and run their foul total up so that they know they can stop the clock and send the Rattlers to the free throw line as needed, although that ball gets tipped and out of bounds.
Yeah, no, Calallen is definitely staying vigilant late in this game.
Yeah, they want to be in the bonus for sure. That's going to be a part of their strategy. A minute and a half to go, down 6. They're going to have to rely on some missed Rattler free throws at some point in the game.
You got to start thinking, when do you start fouling?
Yeah, such a difficult position to be in if you're the Wildcats. You want to make this run.
You just cannot force a shot if you're the Rattlers.
This would be a big one. 3-pointer up. No good. Rattler rebound, however, finds himself a spot and puts it in tight. And Creighton finds exactly where he needs to be. The Rattlers' leading scorer does exactly that.
Yeah, perfect positioning there to get the rebound and make the putback.
So now every possession becomes almost a make or break for the Wildcats. 6 points down, 1 minute to go. And the Rattlers doing a great job keeping them from generating anything. At some point, they may have to take a shot they don't like because they got to get something going. They do find an open three-point man. And that one's good. That one went exactly the way the Wildcats would like to see it. Cut the lead in to 5.
With 47 ticks remaining. Another timeout called.
So they're going to manage the clock as best they can. But again, now it's going to come down to the Rattlers making their free throws. This is a situation where if the Rattlers make the free throws, they're going to win a ball game. We know that's how it plays out. Calallen's going to need some help here. But they have done a wonderful job, I got to say, regardless of how this plays out. What a great job by the Calallen Wildcats. They've been down 10. They kind of lived in that 10-point deficit for most of the second and third quarters. Throughout the fourth, it was kind of getting into the 5. They couldn't break through the 5. It's where they sit now.
Yeah.
And if they've got one last chance now to break through that 5. We're going to cut to a camera of the Rattlers timeout booth, and we never get a chance to see this, but that handsome man on the right-hand side there in the glasses, that's Coach Wack, so we want to special thank him. He is the assistant coach for this basketball team as well as the teacher for the CTE Digital Communications program. So when we say that these students are running the program all by themselves, that's because their teacher is right there coaching a basketball game. And so we're really thankful for him and for all the work that he does to put these students in a position where they can bring this live broadcast to you on the Rattler Up Network with such high quality.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to Coach Wack. He's really one of the real reasons I got the opportunity to announce all the games I did today. As Peter passing it in for the Rattlers.
All right, 47 seconds ago. Again, like you said, it's a 2-possession game technically. One's got to be a 3. And so they're going to have to make decisions about when to foul and who to foul as well. Well, that ball gets away and it's...
Timeout called, Rattlers.
You see Dan Miller kind of not wanting to have had to do that, but knowing it was necessary.
Yeah, you just can't afford a turnover there.
Yeah, the Calallen is a stop and a shot away from a 1-possession game, and then it's anybody's game at that point. So Calallen going to talk this one through. And again, the decision not only about when to foul, but who to foul, right? And you know who's got the hot hand today. And so talk about who's been making shots from everywhere and who Calallen certainly doesn't want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, the people you look at, you have the hot hand today. You definitely look at Elijah Valenzuela. Absolute lockdown from 3 today. And Peter Aguilar. He's been scoring from every level today. And Jordan Bernal, a guy you don't want to send to the free throw line. He's been great from free throws all year long.
Jordan doing a great job here for the Rattlers, bringing the ball up the floor, beating those presses, sometimes double teamed, and just, like we said earlier, the ball handling has been superb. So we're going to see what decision the Wildcats make as we kind of wrap up this game. 35 seconds to go. It's a 5-point lead for the Rattlers. Rattlers are going to be inbounding from right in front of their bench. Peter Aguilar will have the ball. Also, Bundage, Creighton, and Valenzuela on the floor to join the rest of the team with Aguilar inbounding.
Yeah.
He gets it out to Bernal.
Bernal wide open.
And this is one of those situations where they may not want to foul him, but he's going to almost make you. I'm keeping this ball until something happens. Well, he does get it out to the baseline. Quick pass is able to be made, and that foul does get in. Rattlers did a good job. They ran 11 seconds off the clock before the foul could happen.
Yeah, that was a good job of just bleeding clock until finally they get fouled, and they're going to send one of the guys we told them not to send.
Yeah, you tried to offer the free coaching.
I know, right?
They're just not watching the Rattler. That's what happens when you don't watch Rattler Up Network.
Yeah, you don't get the good coaching advice when you don't watch the Rattler Up Network.
6-point lead now for the Rattlers, and this becomes a big free throw as it moves it to a 3-possession game with just 24 seconds to go.
And if you're Calallen, you got to be thinking 3 only, no matter if you make it.
All right, and that's exactly now by making those free throws. Elijah has really pressed the issue for the Wildcats. It's kind of a 3-point land here, has to be, but even then, they're not finding the spot that they want. They take a forced shot that's not the one they want.
Yeah, they take a contested mid-range, and that's just not going to do it.
Fight underneath, comes away, Rattler ball. They go ahead and foul with 5 seconds to go. Really nothing more they can do here. But we'll go down and shoot some free throws on the Rattler end. Again, great job by the Wildcats staying in a close ball game. Got it to within 4 at one point, but then give your your kudos to the Rattlers because they continued to battle. They knew they had a team that was fighting hard, and so it's been great for them to get this experience of both fighting from behind to get a win yesterday against Brazos Wood, and now today with Calallen, the chance to have the lead with a team challenging them and able to hold them off. That's exactly what you want to have. This is what tournament basketball is all about.
Absolutely.
All right, that free throw missed,
No
but there was a
good.
whistle on the floor.
Yeah, I think you're going to get Cam Bundage with a lane violation, I think.
All right, so Calallen going to go ahead and bring it in, see if they can at least get one more shot here. Ball goes up and no good, and that's going to do it. So 55-47 is your final. The Rattlers get the 8-point victory here at the Holiday Classic for Calallen. Their 4th game of the tournament, their final one for today. Calallen will be back tomorrow to take on Medina Valley. For Rattler fans, you want to continue to watch the Rattler Up Network. We've got a game following us, which Creek Innes will bring the live broadcast announcing for. And then tonight at 7 o'clock, tune back in for the San Marcos Rattlers to take on the Hutto Hippos. So for Creek Innes, for our entire student production staff from the Digital Communication CTE program, I'm CJ Odom. Thank you for watching Rattler Up Network.